And just like that, we're back. Things look a little different.
We fired John.
No, I think we should tell the truth. John is out in Zimbabwe. He's doing missionary work. He is helping the kids right now. He's he's building wells to bring fresh water to some of these villages. So we want to support him in his
Let's
endeavor.
clap it up for John. Let's clap it up.
Yeah,
for
clap
John.
it up for John. Clap it up for
Let's
John.
clap it up for John.
Yeah, John will be back. John will be back. But introducing the newest member of From the Chat podcast. It is not Joanna.
It's Tiffany, the baddest bitch
100%
ever.
in life. It's Tiffany. Tiffany, you excited?
Yes, very excited. I feel like you guys needed a female because you guys just talk too much shit. So, like, you're welcome.
This is not going to stop us from talking shit.
I know, but at least someone can call you out on it.
Yeah, it'll be a fun little fun. Hopefully, it can get combative. We can get different point of view.
The best part is going to be proving a female wrong on the podcast. You know what I mean?
or the flip side, getting the proper perspective, getting put on our own places. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Steven, start us off.
Well, as you can see, we're all back. We have Christian, Tiffany, and myself, Steven. And first question being that I am fat, we're going to start with 2 things you would put on your white rice. I'll let you guys go first.
I would want with my white rice bistec encebollado.
You have to clarify what type of white rice you're using. What is your base? Right? Like there's Dominican white rice,
like
there's
Dominican,
Chinese.
my mom's white rice.
Okay.
Nicely salted. You could eat it by itself.
So her white rice is gonna have mad canola oil.
Yes, exactly. Un bistec encebollado con aguacate al lado. That's what I want.
So 3
That's my
items.
2 things. 3? Why? Because of the onions?
They have onions, yeah.
So get rid of the avocado. That's what I want.
So steak and onions and white rice.
Mm-hmm.
That's good, man. That's good. I like a little I tend to lean a little more Asian-y. So I'm thinking like I was also thinking a steak, but
what's your base?
The white rice, a little jasmine rice.
Jasmine rice. Okay.
Jasmine rice for sure. And I think I'm gonna go steak and chili oil.
Ooh,
wait, but jasmine
chili oil.
Jasmine rice white?
Yes, Steven. Yeah. White rice is white for the most part, except brown rice, right? You can buy like brown rice already brown, but white rice, like to change its color, you got to add shit to it.
That changes things for me. So I was thinking like halal rice. You know what I mean? But that's not white.
Ooh, okay. No, it's not.
Can I use that? No.
No, it was 2 things. White rice. You can add something that makes it yellow. That gives it some.
That's a waste, bro. I gotta add more food to the plate. You know what I mean?
I mean, you could do a locrio.
That's not.
It starts off white, Steven, and then
Yeah, but then the contents you add to it, I can't add 2 things to it because I just have the locrio and that's it. That's tough.
You can do chicken scallions. You know what I mean? You could do
yummy.
I might do a churrasco.
Okay.
And maybe like a maduro.
That's really good. That's what I get at Cuban Pete's.
That's probably what I do. Nice little cup of rice, some maduros.
What's your go-to restaurant right now? Or go-to style of food? I'd say. Let's say that.
I'm obsessed with pesto right now. I can't fucking stop eating it. So gnocchi with a cream pesto sauce. So good.
I went through a pesto phase, and I was making avocado, pesto, and cheese sandwiches.
That sounds so good.
And I would do no meat in it either. It was avocado, pesto, some like arugula, oil, salt, pepper.
You like arugula? Doesn't arugula taste like farts?
I don't think so. It got like a little mustardy.
How do you know what farts taste like?
It's got like a mustardy.
Because I Ate yours. It was delicious.
So that's the style of food that you're into right now?
Steven's farts.
Steven's farts. So anything
Finger
pesto?
licking good.
Anything pesto. Okay. How about you, Steven? You on that same wave?
No.
No, what are you up to?
I'm being pretty cheap. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Uh-huh.
And lazy. So
Obviously.
the fact that I can get the Chinese food down the block to deliver me a meal for $11, that's the wave I'm on. You can't beat $11 in today's age with inflation. You know what I'm saying? $11,
Yo,
and I can eat twice from it.
He
You know
has
what I'm saying?
literally eaten Chinese food every day this week.
Not every day.
God bless you.
Not
Bruh.
every day.
Yo, shout out to the Chinese restaurants holding it down.
Period.
Man.
Bro,
On the
$11?
holidays, they are open.
Oh, $11,
That's
man. You
true.
can't beat that.
Bro, I can't even get chicharrón con like plátanos for $11 anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, you can't even get Chipotle for $11 anymore.
Yeah,
Oh my
that's
god,
true.
my Chipotle bowl is like $17.
Yeah, I don't even know what happened.
Inflation.
Bro, one day I was going in, yo, $8, $9 a bowl, going crazy, a big ass bowl too.
That was back when we was in college. You know what I'm saying? Where we were skipping
Bro,
class to go to Chipotle.
Bro, next thing I know, I go, bitch says $22. I'm like, what?
They charge for freaking everything now. The tortilla, because I always get a tortilla, so they charge for that.
The way
They charge for the
started.
sides. It pissed me off. Like,
Yeah, man. You know, I think I've been leaning like towards like a lot of Jamaican food lately.
I haven't had Jamaican food. I have had Jamaican food, but I've never gone to like sit down at a restaurant and order Jamaican food. I went one time, and when I walked in, the lady's like, "We ain't got that," over and over again in a Jamaican accent. I went in and I was like, "Let me get this." We don't got it, or however I don't have a Jamaican accent, but
She
Bro,
just sounded mad Hispanic, like.
it's pretty close.
Oh, do
But she just kept
do it right now.
a
Do it right
Jamaican
now.
accent.
Yeah, go do it right now.
I just did it. It was awful.
No, do it again. Take a moment. Take a beat.
Nah, I feel like it's gonna come off racist. I feel like I'm being baited, so I ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna do it. But I walked in and I was like, "This is what I walked out with at the end, just the beef patty. That's all I walked out with, and it was one of those fucking frozen ones that you put in the fucking microwave. Like,
okay.
I was sick. I thought I was gonna get like authentic Jamaican. It was downtown in Amboy.
When you come out here, there's a spot out here that's amazing. Oh my god, it's amazing. It's
Jamaicans in Texas.
Bro, Texas, we got everything out here, bro. Like it was so good, and I knew it was gonna be delicious because when I got in, it felt like I was in someone's house. Like
nice.
that's what it felt like. But like not obviously. It felt like a restaurant, and it felt like it had. But when I got there, like it was the what they rolled the napkins, the silverware in. Yeah, what they wrapped that in just felt like it was like from somebody's house. It was like
raw paper.
No, it was like an actual cloth.
Oh.
Yeah, you don't want to do the accent, but you want to do that. But like it was like an actual cloth, and it was amazing. I got oxtail and dirty rice, and they do. I don't know if there's a thing. Jamaicans out there, let me know if there's a thing in the comments. But they did like Alfredo sauce on the side. So you can like drizzle it on your oxtail and rice. And they asked me like, "Do you want that on the side?" And I was like, "I mean, if you're offering it, yes. just give me that." And definitely put me to sleep afterwards, 100%. But Steven, you're gonna maybe 5 years, you're probably gonna start paying for some of that Chinese food. You should probably slow that down. You should probably
I haven't had it every day.
5 times this week. My bad.
I had it for the first time today.
Steven.
Yo, but honestly, 5 times that $55 a week. That's
not even that bad.
That's cheaper than
groceries. And you can eat twice from that shit. You eat.
But do you eat twice? Or
yes,
do you
some
dog
days.
it? Okay.
Some days
I'll eat half and then I save the other half for later because I'm really about saving my money right now. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah. You know, a lot of people say, like, when they go to Italy, that the food here, the Italian food here, is better than the Italian food there, because it's like the same thing of like if you go to China and you have their food, you're not having the Chinese food here,
Right.
over there. You're having like a traditional, actual Chinese food. And like, is that trashy or is that
I think it's American gluttony.
you think so?
Yeah, we put extra everything in our food.
Fucking love it.
Also, being gluttonous, like if you go to Europe, my friend was telling me one time that like if you order food, they will literally stop you from ordering a lot of food. They don't like to give out like to-go bags and things like that. So like if you go in there and like, you know us, we'll go somewhere, we'll order like 2 or 3 appetizers and then everybody gets like an entree, they'll literally be like, no, that's too much. Like you're not getting all of that.
Damn, who works in these restaurants? Lizzo? That's that's crazy. That's crazy. No,
I'm not a dancer.
Like, that's crazy. That you know what? Because even like you don't tip out there, right?
No.
It's not like a tipping thing either.
Mm-mm.
So there's not that culture of like get as much as you can, you know, like that like you said, like that gluttony.
I think
Right.
I think the tipping system should be changed, right?
Here?
Yes. Think about this. If you come to my table 3 times, whether you come with $100 worth of food or $10 worth of food, you still only came to my table 3 times. Why am I paying for 10% of $100 when I got the same amount of service technically?
10%.
Oh, sorry, 20%, whatever it is that it is now. That was
So wait, so I guess the question here is, what does your waiter do?
yeah, because
That's
technically,
the question.
yeah. So hypothetically speaking, I understand that ordering a lot of food consists of like probably more trips, right? But let's say that they do everything in one trip, right? Maybe I would tip a little more because they brought an abundance amount of food at one time. But like if you're still only coming back 2-3 times to see how I'm doing,
Yeah, but you're not tipping them for bringing the food. I think you're tipping them for the experience you're having. So it's like you're like, oh, I've never been here before, and then they start recommending things. Oh, this is good. You should probably do this. Like you kind of
okay,
you're paying for that experience of having someone guide you through this
okay,
meal you're about to
and
have.
if I've been here before, let's say I've been here 100 times,
Mm-hmm.
whether I ordered $50 worth of food or $100 worth of food, and you only come to see me 3 times, right? You see me once at the beginning, you bring my water, you take my order. The second time you come and you bring me food, and you bring me the food. The third time you're here to collect the money and the check, right? That's 3 times you came to see the table.
Yeah.
Where is the additional service that I'm paying, despite no matter how much of the difference the food is?
Well, I think in that you're paying to make sure you have the same experience every time you go. You want to have the same experience, and maybe you're somebody who doesn't want to be bothered in there
Yeah, I was
while
about
you're
to say
eating.
I don't like to be bothered
So
by
you're
people.
I can imagine if I'm a waiter and I can feel that from you, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna hover like unnoticeably.
Yeah.
Like I'm
But
gonna
also
be
like
I'll give you this, I'll give you one of these, and keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? Some people
what
might
way
like
would
to
you
be
want it
there.
changed?
Huh?
Like what way would you want like tipping to be changed?
Well, I feel like
'Cause-
it's a win-win situation if they got paid hourly, and I can order as much food as I want without it being even more expensive. You get what I'm saying?
so yeah, it's not really like a server problem. It's a problem with
No,
the way
I understand that.
capitalism works in America.
I understand that, but I don't feel like if I order $60 worth of food, I should
And
be
also
charged
these people
more.
are burnt out. They get paid like $2. Like I have friends that are servers and like that is not a job for the week in the slightest.
I mean,
Like
these servers be doing mad, like in the kitchen and like kind of the restaurant business. They should be doing mad drugs and fucking each other, right?
oh my god, I don't
That is
I've
not
never
right.
heard about that.
I knew
Holy
I knew from your
Yeah.
tone that's what you were about to spew. You know what I'm saying? Like I felt
maybe
it.
like people that work in the clubs,
No, I think
perhaps that's that culture. But like in Applebee's, you think that they're doing like a line of coke in the back?
It's the same thing as
Man.
hospitals.
Hospitals.
Yeah, I think so.
You've seen Grey's Anatomy? It's true.
Oh, they sucking in. Okay.
It's true.
Well, that's disgusting.
I had a friend.
It's the same person.
I had a friend who posted up a picture of one pregnant girl in her like department. No less than like 3 days later, another girl in that same department is also pregnant. That's not the shocking part. The shocking part is that they work with the father of the children. All 4 of them. All of them work together. And I was like, this doesn't shock me at all.
2 baby daddies?
I mean,
Well, it's 2 separate parties.
Yeah, but he could impregnate 2 people.
No, it's 4 people. 2 dudes, 2 girls, but they all work with each other.
Okay. So it's like when we were in school and our teachers were sleeping with each other and getting pregnant.
Oh, that was happening for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, any place that you put human
It's your
beings
dating
together,
pool.
yeah, that's just
Mhm.
what you're gonna do. That's why some of the like you can do your best with HR, but some of that is like ridiculous too. It's like, you can't date nobody at work, and it's like I spend most of my time here at work.
Yeah.
So if you're single and you're like, I can't date nobody at work, and I work 50, 60 hours a week sometimes, putting overtime here, like that doesn't make any sense.
Gotta go home to Pamela.
It's Pamela. What's that version for women? What's that version?
I don't know who Pamela is.
It's the palm of your hand.
The Pamela.
Oh, clit. I don't know, like Clint or something, like, or
That's
your
not
finger,
bad.
DJ.
That's not bad. Clint, DJ, Dwayne
Gotta go home
Johnson.
gotta go home to DJ Clint.
DJ Clint. Oh, I
Boom.
love that.
Crack the case. DJ Clint. Ladies, from now on, DJ Clint. You're
Period.
dating DJ Clint. That's funny. Have you guys watched the Bear on Hulu?
No, but I want to.
I have no idea what that is.
No. So you know Shameless. You know the dude from Shameless.
Lip. I love him.
You never see Shameless?
I've
Steven?
seen Shameless.
No.
Shameless is fire. So yeah. So the Bear is about he's like the best restaurant. He was the head chef at the best restaurant in like the world. It was voted the best restaurant in the world, and his like brother died and left him his shitty restaurant, and the whole thing is just about him trying to make the restaurant better.
Oh, I
That's
love
the whole
that.
thing.
I hear it's really, really good.
It's good. It's good, and it like it starts. You're like, what is this? And then it gets you, and it's good. It's
I'm gonna watch
the,
it.
the character development is great, and that show it was good. It was really
Love
good.
that.
Still not better than Naruto, but
Than Naruto. You know what I'm gonna start doing? This is the cheat code I found, ladies and gentlemen. I haven't spoken to you guys in a long time, so I'm gonna drop some knowledge for you here. Okay, this is the cheat code. How many times do you find a show and you're like, I need to watch the show. I need to add it to my list of shows that I need to watch. Right? Like Steven just added Shameless to his list of shows that he needs to watch. Right? Yeah, he did. Right?
Shameless is a great
Yeah,
show.
you just added it to your list, right?
I've seen a couple episodes.
This is the cheat code, right? The cheat code is you go to YouTube and you go Shameless Season 1 recap. And you watch 20 minutes of the recapping the whole Season 1. And now you can get all the references for the show. And you just do that for every season. And now you get all the references. You can refer to it. Oh yeah, like the fucking Shameless, right? You can refer to it and everything. You're in the conversation with everybody now.
Nah, that doesn't.
You know
That won't hit the same. No.
But you also just won't watch the show.
No, because I'm thinking about it. I'm applying what he's saying to a show that I've seen, for example, Naruto, and it would not hit the same. Not even close.
I can't deal with him.
Like what's a show that you've been wanting to see? Like for example, Succession. I've been wanting to watch Succession, but I just haven't gotten to it. Now, if I'm like honest with myself, am I gonna watch it anytime soon? Probably not. Probably not.
But it's on your list.
But it's on my list. It's high on my list. So I might just want to go into YouTube and watch the recap.
That's a cool cheat code, but I like to binge and watch and get to the nitty gritty.
If it's a show like that you really care about and you're like, oh, I want to enjoy this, then you watch it. But if it's I did this to a show called Silo. Have you ever heard of that show?
Oh my god, we started watching that literally this week.
Oh yeah, I watched it, the whole thing.
Is it good? It's
amazing.
It's all the recaps.
Worth the hype.
It's amazing. It's amazing. I love the concept. I love the idea. Like the shit that happens in the show is insane, and I saw all of it in one night.
You're annoying as hell.
I saw every season in one night. Actually, I saw every episode because I was watching the 10-minute recap of the whole episode, and I was just fucking going. And I watched the whole thing.
It's not the same though. Like you need the tension build.
It's the same
you need that tension build.
Because at the end of the first recap, I'm like, no fucking way. I'm like, what? And I go to the next recap, and I'm just watching it,
Nah.
and I'm like, that's what it is.
That's
Nah.
Yeah, bro, it's a cheat code. I'm trying to tell you, it's the cheat code.
it's a proper cheat code. It's
You know what I
like
mean?
going on Spark Notes to read a book, right?
100%.
Eh,
100%. And it's successful. It's successful. I think it's a cheat code. Everybody try it out there. Let me know what you think about that idea. It's a good idea. Do you have any?
Anyway, watch Naruto.
I know it's on.
Not the recaps. Not the recaps.
I might do that.
No,
to be
don't
honest,
watch the recaps. No,
to be
no,
honest,
Christian, no.
You're gonna miss out on
don't
so
do
much.
that.
bro, to
Also,
be honest,
I think the difference is there's too many details.
You're doing yourself a disservice if you do that.
I'm telling
I
you,
promise you.
you can't do that.
bro. I think, to be honest, I think I might get all the animes that you guys been talking about, and I'm just gonna recap all of them, and I'm gonna watch the whole thing, and I'm like, yeah, because when Ratata said this,
Ratata?
I'm gonna be referencing it. I'm like, oh yeah, of course, because
Ratata.
when his dad died, he had to do that. You're gonna be like, damn, you watched that? I'm up to date. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do it for sure. Is there? No, I was gonna say, is there a business where we can do that? But like, no, it's just YouTube. People are just doing a recap on YouTube. That's it. Steven, what's going on? Why are you so guarded right now?
I'm just comfortable. Is this illegal, motherfucker?
So you're comfortable being guarded? Ooh.
He definitely is.
Oh.
I'm just laying.
Let's unpack that.
Yeah. Why are you so comfortable being guarded?
Yeah. What's going on?
Why is being
Nothing.
guarded your natural state of being?
We're all friends here.
Yeah, even now in this conversation, which is you, me, Tiffany, and the millions watching at home.
The millions. I love that.
Millions watching at home. Like,
Or listening.
why are you sitting there or listening? Why are you sitting there guarded with your arms crossed?
Because this is comfortable. I'm sorry. Hold on. Look. Is this better?
Yeah, you see, it's so much more approachable now.
I don't need people to approach me. I just need people to listen.
That's
See what I'm saying?
That's deep. Do you feel like people don't listen? I could be a therapist because isn't that what they do? They just be like,
you sound like you're trying to trigger someone versus like fucking help them.
Let me see. Do you feel like people don't genuinely want to help you?
Help me?
Yeah.
I don't ask for help.
Do you think you don't need help?
Do I think I don't need help?
Yeah.
Not really.
Okay.
You're self-sufficient.
I'm pretty self-sufficient.
Okay. Now, do you think that gets in the way of allowing others to be in your life?
No.
So you think you don't need help or anything, and you're self-sufficient, but you still have the capacity to allow others to be in your space?
Yeah.
I got nothing, but I thought I was doing pretty good.
You're doing well.
I think that you're just talking like this with the wrong person, honestly.
Oh, okay.
I also knew what you were trying to do, so I was just being combative. Also.
Okay. So when John gets back,
Wait, we don't tell him. Oh, he's gonna listen to this. Fuck.
Oh yeah. Damn it.
Edit.
No, edit out. Take it out. But we'll do that, John. Therapy session.
John's gonna be in his truck. Like, I knew it.
He's like, no, he's gonna be at the wells, digging the wells.
How do you think he's getting the wells to the spot, the truck?
Ooh, he's taking the truck.
Yeah,
that's true. Well, okay. So he's digging the wells. He's taking the water out, and then he's taking the water away from the kids.
No. He's bringing you need
tools and stuff.
Tools and shit. So you got to bring the truck to put the tools in to dig the well.
What is that? Tiffany, I wanted to ask you because there's a lot of like big fights going on and things like that, right? Professional fights, like.
Okay.
A lot of like professional fights that Blood just happened. The UFC has an amazing card. It's coming out, and Steven, like you get that urge to like compete or like fight against like other men and stuff like that, right? But play sports, like you get that urge and you want to do it, and
to play with men.
yeah, and it feels good,
Yes,
right? It feels good to
yes.
compete in that way, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it kind of feels like we were meant to do that. So like,
Yeah.
Okay.
Tiffany, do you ever feel that?
Absolutely. I don't know if you've ever seen Jocelyn's Cabaret on Zeus or Baddies or
Oh,
Bad Girls
Jocelyn,
Club.
Jocelyn Hernandez, the
Yes, the Puerto Rican princess.
yeah.
Um, so basically, she has this show where she has like this cabaret, and she has like dancers come, and she puts the dancers in her cabaret, and it's not like
Cabaret is like burlesque stuff.
yeah, but if you watch the show, that is not what she's doing in the slightest. These women just are consistently arguing and fighting, and I don't live my life on a daily basis arguing and fighting because I don't have time for that. But watching that show like brings like this aggression out of you. So like I'll watch it. I'll be like, yes, had a great day, whatever. I watch that show and I'm ready to fight after. I'm like, who wants to argue? Who wants to fight? You know? And also whenever anybody like, but not like, I don't know if it's like in a playful way, the way that y'all are like, we want to play around and do. I don't know if it's like that.
I think, like you've seen us all play basketball, right?
Yes, I hate it.
I think in the moment is real. Like it's dead
not
serious.
playful at all.
It's not playful. Like we're playing a game, right?
Yeah.
I have told people to fight me, like, and then obviously you get a reality check, and you're like, all right, that was extra.
But after someone hits the game winner and you excel, you're like, all right, bro. That was good, bro. That was a good.
That was fun. That was fun.
That was a good. That was a good war we just had. Like, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like we know it's serious, but we know it's like it's here. It's not once we leave the lines, it's over.
I think that also takes a lot of maturity though, because I've seen people who still argue over like a game of basketball.
So I imagine it's the same thing sparring, right? Or like in the fight, like it feels amazing, it feels competitive, and there's a war when you're in there. And then when you leave, it's like
it depends. If you're getting your ass whooped, then you know it's not fun anymore.
But I can imagine, like, if it was me and I was getting touched up like that, I would imagine I'd be more eager to get back and fight him again to see if I could get better at it.
I don't know. I've gone sparring. I've gone sparring with my coach, who's obviously years ahead, and I hit him once a little too hard because when you're sparring, you're not supposed to like go all out. But I'm new, you know what I'm saying? So like, you just kind of have like that intuition to just hit someone as hard as you can. I hit him a little too hard, and he beat the shit out of me. I was like, I don't want to do this no more. Really, he beat the shit out of me.
He showed you the levels.
Yeah, he showed me that there's levels to this. I mean, I guess it was cool though because it gave me like a reality check. Like, yo, like this guy's trying to teach you something, not actually fight you.
Yeah, and he showed you like, hey, bro, if I wanted to do this, I could do this right now. If I wanted to squish you, I can do that. But like Tiffany, so that only exists in arguments. Like the example you gave me was an argument.
Yeah, it was.
To argue.
I don't know. I've played kickball with my friends, and I can get really competitive, and I get like really loud and angry. Like if there's like if something I feel like was not called correctly, like I'm gonna argue with you, I'm gonna fight with you. But once the game is over, that kind of all just like disappears.
Okay,
so within, so I guess it's the same thing. Okay. If it's a competitive setting, then you're gonna get a competitive version of people, but it goes away unless people are like holding on to things, then that's different. But it stays in the field, and once we're off the fields, it's normal, back to normal.
Okay. Y'all don't like get like into it like cooking battles or
no cooking battles.
like who has the best recipe?
So stupid.
Can you believe Joanne put paprika in her freaking paprika in her soup? Ugh, I could never. That was funny. Okay, I was just trying to see if there was a distinction there, but I guess it seems like it's the same.
I just think it depends on your like nature as a person and like whether or not you're competitive and shit like that.
What's that? What's that movie that's about like the all woman tribe, or it was like an all woman tribe that was like was going around conquering different
No idea.
tribes. It was the woman from, I think it's Viola Davis. I think she was like the main character in that. She played the main character in that. The
I have
woman
no
tribe.
idea.
Look at
I'm
you.
sorry.
You don't even
I
care
can't
about
help
women.
you. I don't watch a lot of movies. I love women. I
You
hate men.
don't even care about women.
Jesus.
Let me see. All
Are you
woman
looking it up?
No.
tribe.
Let me know.
All
The
woman
hell?
tribe. It was like in the village where men are banned. Global development.
That sounds fantastic.
Right. Until when?
Yeah. Until when?
What do you mean until when?
How do you make more women in the tribe? How do you how do you grow your tribe?
That's the only time that y'all are useful. Just
Ah,
for that.
okay. I think we can get into that in the next episode.
No,
I think there might be a theme here.
no, we can't
I
be
think
that way.
I think it might be a theme here.
That's not fun.
But you know that's like a that's like there's a current social battle in that area,
Yeah.
and those ideals. There's a current social battle in that, where like there's on both sides there's some people going way too far, trying to find maybe the new balance of what social identity is, what the new balance is, what the new norm is, right? Because if it's not women in the kitchen, men at work, right? And then for a long time, it's been uh, both men and women out in the workforce. I think now that battle might be, or that yeah, that combative thing between men and women right now. I think that might be because they're trying to figure out kind of, hey, where do we fit in? What are the roles here? What should
Why
you
does it
do
need?
versus
Why
what
does it
should I
need a
do?
battle?
I think it's been like one way for a while, and then there's some people that might be traditionalists, and then
Okay.
there's other people that
So
are
you
a
mean
little more
people who
liberal.
like being poor? Okay.
People who like being
What do
poor.
you mean? Oh, that only wants one income in the house.
One income? Like, what are you fucking stupid?
Oh.
Yeah, but like a certain, I think, like yeah, I agree, but I think when it becomes like a more family situation, then it's like a little different. All right, like that then is a little different conversation of just about money. It's about who do you want at home with, like actually raising your children. Do you want your wife who shares the same values as you, or do you want someone you just hired, or like inputting their own values into them, stuff like that. So it's like that's where it
Okay, that makes sense.
where maybe traditionally you can kind of lean to that. You know, it doesn't necessarily have to be the woman who is staying at home, but somebody staying at home, one of you two staying at home, raising your children with your values is different, and it's probably more ideal.
That's interesting. I didn't know that that was even a thing, like in regards to what things are like. I guess it's because I don't have kids. But
Yeah, but I think about that
interesting.
what who do like if I have a kid tomorrow, okay, if I'm going to work, most of their time is going to be with someone else.
Yeah.
Who is that someone else?
When I was growing up, it was always when I if I wasn't in daycare, because I was put in daycare at 3, but before that, it was my grandparents. I would always just stay with my grandparents.
Yeah.
But in this day and age, if I had a child tomorrow, would I let my kids stay with my parents? No, I would not want to do that. And I don't know if I would want my kids to stay with my partner's parents either.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
it's
Just work
tough.
from. This has a simple solution. Just work from home.
I
it's,
mean,
it's yeah, it's tough because like there's certain things that that your family or your parents have done that you don't want
done
taught
to
to
my
your own
children.
kid,
Yeah.
right? And then but then also you don't want to deprive them of grandparents.
Yeah.
So then and then again there's that balance again where it's like, all right, how do I do this while maintaining a healthy relationship with my parents and not telling them like, hey, everything you did to me was wrong, every single thing. Because I'm sure it's not everything was wrong, but some things were, and those are the things you don't want to pass down. And then you think, okay, well,
why not just tell them to get a job too?
Your parents?
Did my parents?
Oh,
Did
the
my parents
kids.
change? And you think, oh, did my in that time since I was a child, have my parents changed, or some of those things still exist today? I don't know. That's tricky. Raising a
It's
kid
very tricky.
isn't as easy as it sounds, man. It's tricky. So
Why?
many things you have to balance.
Are you against child labor?
Against child labor? Yeah. Actually, my instinct was to say no, to be funny, but I think yeah, because I just think your kid should be a kid for as long as possible.
Do you mean that in regards to like doing things around the house, or like just a job, like an actual job?
Oh, nah, you're mowing the lawn, you're doing all that stuff. But I mean,
Okay.
like an actual job. Like,
Yeah,
listen to this. Listen to this. If I send my kid off to daycare, right, I don't mind paying that one person, but if other kids are there and they're playing with my child, I should be charging for this.
What?
What do you mean?
like,
These people are building experiences off of my child.
Yeah.
And my child could be teaching them things that I'm teaching at home that the other child isn't learning.
Yeah.
Right? Like my kid is super math proficient and science proficient. He comes home and he's like, the moon is this far. That kid has learned something new because of me.
Yeah.
Even though it's my child that taught him.
That is not happening in daycare.
Ideally, you would put your kid in an environment where they too will learn from the other kids.
Mm-hmm.
Where like another kid from a different culture or just a different perspective comes and says, actually, that's fake. The government made the moon. And you're like, what? And your kid gets introduced to that. You know what I mean? It's a whole.
So my kid gets dumber. Great.
No, it's not about dumb. I think some of these, and we'll wrap up soon. But like, I think it's not dumb, but I think a lot of these different like conspiracies or like these different ideas, it just makes you think different. Like it makes you think of an alternative. It's like chess almost. Like, what are all the options here?
Which is good. We should be that way.
Now you shouldn't lean all the way. That's dangerous. You start leaning all the way.
You too far gone.
You gone, bro. Like there's some people I hear stories, bro. I'm like, and they'll tell me things. Even people like at work, they'll like say things. Like and sometimes like people at work, you'll get to know the real them for like a moment. Like they'll come out and they'll talk about something, the real them, and I'm like, oh, you're a lunatic.
That's how I feel about religious people.
This whole time, bro, you're a lunatic.
That's how I feel about religious people.
Yeah, there's certain things where I'm like, oh, that's too far. You're too far gone. It's over. Like you're never coming back from this. This is just who you are.
You know what? Actually, that's a talk for another day.
Yeah, we can wrap up here.
Religion is a talk for another day.
Yeah, we can wrap up here. This has been fun, man. This has been fun. This has been a fun episode to come back. If I'm being candid with everybody, started off a little shaky, but I think once we got into the rhythm of it, we got back. We back like we never left. We back like we never left. Sir. That's another episode of the greatest podcast on earth. Like, subscribe, do all the things. Tell them, Steven, right?
Make sure you. Damn, I haven't done this in a while, so make sure you check out. Sorry, the Twitter at From the Chat Podcast, the Instagram, same thing. Join the Discord.
TikTok.
Oh, the TikTok From the Chat Pod. Is it From the Chat Podcast? From the Chat Podcast, you'll find plenty of funny stuff, guaranteed. I will send you $5 if you don't laugh at anything we post. Yeah, and comment that you didn't laugh. Yeah, comment 5 times how many times you did. Comment every time you didn't laugh. And then we'll send you $5. Yep. And again, welcome Tiffany. She's here for the long haul, Jack. Bye. John, if you're listening, we love you, Joe.